Just have a look at this absolutely magnificent village green. Today, we're here in Dirleton in East Lothian, and behind that wall and behind that turret is another magnificent Scottish castle, and that's where I think we're going to go and explore today. Oh, it's a gloriously hot day here in Dirleton, and do you know what? After we visited the castle, I fancy visiting the Castle Inn. Bet there's a nice cold pint of beer waiting for us in there later. What do you think? Dirleton is about 20 miles east of Edinburgh and about 2 miles before you get to North Berwick. Often overlooked by visitors, I think, because everybody heads towards Bastrop and the Seabird Centre at North Berwick, but it's well worth checking this castle out. Welcome to Dirleton Castle. £3.80, that's about standard for a castle in Scotland. Well, we're starting on the other side of the turret, and the first thing we're going to see is these magnificent gardens, the herbaceous border. Dirleton Castle is famous for its gardens. Some of the best flower displays outside of Edinburgh's botanical gardens themselves. Dirleton Castle has a long and bloody history, so it seems a bit strange to find these fantastic, gorgeous, beautiful gardens here in the grounds. But I guess maybe the beautiful gardens now are a memorial to those who fell in darker times. Oh, these always make me smile. After the gardens, we've got the Doocot, or the Doocot. If you've watched the channel, you'll have seen these Doocots in most of the castles we visited. Most Scottish historical monuments have these quirky little buildings. And this one actually says Doocot. Usually in Scotland it says Doocot. Shall we go inside? I'm going to have to duck. Oh, didn't bang my head on this one. Oh, wow. Well, I hope it's light enough in here for you to see this. Just look at that. Isn't that sensational? Hundreds, if not thousands, of cubby holes for the doves and the pigeons to live in. Yeah, the sign says that there was space here for 2,000 doves and pigeons. Each of these cubby holes took 2 birds. They used to fly in and out through the hole in the roof. And of course, back in the Middle Ages, they used to eat pigeons. It was a delicacy. Well, I know we eat pigeons now, but in those days, they really were one of the mainstays. And this is where they lived. God, I bet it was a bit whiffy in here, wasn't it? The Doocot dates back to the 1500s, and apparently in those days, anybody caught stealing a pigeon was liable to 40 days in jail. Steal another one, and they used to cut your right hand off. Time for the main event. Dirleton Castle. Coming in round the back, I think. Like quite a lot of castles in Scotland, Dirleton Castle is undergoing renovations. Some of the walls have been declared unsafe, and because of that, some of the areas we can't visit. However, they've reduced the price. That's why we only paid £3.80 to get in here. Looks magnificent against the skyline, doesn't it? Look at this magnificent bridge straddling over the moat. but it would appear that that bridge is closed off at the moment because of these repairs I've just talked about. Isn't it a shame that we can't walk across that magnificent wooden bridge and through that expansive archway of the main entrance? But anyway, we can go in through the side door. Just look at the base of the castle here. Love how the walls were built directly onto the existing rock outcrops. From the bedrock all the way up to the top. Absolutely magnificent. Beautiful views over the East Lothian countryside. That way I can see Hopetoun Tower on the hill over there. And of course, the side entrance involves lots of steps. History always involves steps, doesn't it? Here we go. The inside of Dirleton Castle. Absolutely beautiful. I don't have to duck to get under. You see, this is one of the problems with areas being closed off. I think that would have taken us down into the depths. Unfortunately, we can't go any further this way. Still plenty to see, though. There's that main entrance we couldn't come in through. Still looks magnificent from this side, too. This part of the castle dates back to 1300. Two families in residence, the Ruthvens and the Halliburtons. The Halliburtons, what a fabulous family name that was. I think this door will lead us down into the depths. We are allowed in this one, I think. Ooh. Prison and pit. Those were steep steps. This is called the pit and the gallows. Imagine languishing down here in the darkness in the days before your execution by hanging, just up there. Funnily enough, deeper into the castle than the dungeon is this. And it's called the bakehouse. Looks more like a great hall to me. Very echoey, echoing with the sound of history. You can tell this castle is dead old simply because of how narrow some of those stone steps are. These, of course, have only recently been put in. Oh my goodness, top of those wooden steps. Just look at the views from here. Beautiful blue colour of the Firth of Forth over there. Yeah, so just behind that tree we've got North Berwick Law. A little bit further round, Firth of Forth, and right there on the horizon, the Isle of May, another of those islands just off the East Lothian coastline where you can see hundreds of thousands of seabirds. Well, we've seen some castles here on the channel over the last few years, but this one, I have to say, is one of my favourite. It's just absolutely gorgeous. That perfect blend of half ruined but still strong, majestic, magnificent, and steeped in the power of history. Great thing about wandering around here today is I've only seen one other visitor. I've almost got the place to myself. Here's the view from the castle kitchen. I bet they didn't have those windmills back in medieval times, but I bet they had some proper windmills as opposed to Electric windmills. So I think we've just got the Victorian gardens to see now. Well, there you have it, Dirleton Castle. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this awesome place. Combination of beautiful gardens and that fantastic ruined castle, the power of history to explore on a beautiful summer's afternoon like today. If you're heading from Edinburgh to North Berwick to somewhere like Bass Rock or the Sea Life Centre and you've got a car, remember this is only 2 miles outside North Berwick. Well worthwhile stopping off for an hour or so to have a wander around. £3.80, absolute bargain. Dirleton Castle, East Lothian. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Rog Vlog. If you enjoyed the video, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until the next one, remember there's always something to see, so get out there and find it. Well, I was actually in there for a lot longer than I thought. I haven't got time to go to the pub, the Castle Inn, for a beer, so I'll have to make do with a nice cold can of Iron Brew. Cheers.
We can do it.